Aren't we the cutest little thing you ever did see? We got matching jackets, and accidentally, our jackets match our shoes. Hi. We are not exactly on the ideal trail, but hopefully you can hear us with the wind and the road back there. As many of you know, if you've watched the last video, our start date is this video is scheduling where initially we wanted to cancel the wind. Jeez. We initially wanted to plan every detail. I hope my hand is blocking this wind. And we realized quickly that the longer the trip's gonna go, the harder it is to plan the stuff further out. So our focus is mostly in the beginning.
We did secure our plane tickets for San Diego on March 15th. So we'll be flying in that Saturday before we start. We're gonna be staying at this campground. I think it's a campground or like a horse campground called Cleef. We did some research and found people were recommending to stay there the night before starting the PCT because I think it's free, maybe. But it's like a mile and a half from the southern terminus. So should be an easy little hike to start before our real hike.
All of you will be right there with us when we make decisions on new closures and I don't know, other obstacles. But our goal is to keep a continuous footpath like we've mentioned before. If we have to go way out of our way, we're going to do that. And one of our biggest concerns is in the beginning. You good? Oh, that should hit me in the nuts.
Oh shit. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. You okay?
I'm okay. Okay, so we're gonna have our GPS devices, watches, and phones to help us navigate these trails so we're not getting lost. I'm gonna try to load the entire trail in segments on this guy. And our watches are kind of like a backup. We could use our watches to track us off the trail, so if we happen to get lost, we can just navigate our way back. Not to mention these things warn us of the weather, barometric pressure and all that. Anyway, on to the topic of schedule. Geez.
We'll be starting with the desert first, and our main concern or worry is if there's too much snow in the Sierra, and that can happen sometimes if people start too early, which our start date isn't too terribly early, but you never know. Every year is different with the snow, and we're gonna start really slow just to try to ensure that we get there at a good time. Usually, I think it takes people about a month to get to the Sierra, so we'll see how that goes. But if we do get there too soon and it's too high snow, then we do have an idea to potentially hike the Arizona Trail, which is about 700 miles. We could potentially just do part of it and hop back on the PCT at some point. But we got that idea from Trevor White Paint. Thanks, guys. Just as an option if we need to like kill some time and do more hiking.
You like how we play leapfrog when one of us has to talk? It's better than her talking from back there or me in the background yelling and things like that. Sorry. Anyway. There's a fire, it's called the Bridge Fire in Wrightwood, I believe. That's earlier in the trip, in the desert, I'm pretty sure. I remember the mileage. I'll put it on the screen, but a lot of the places that we know about, we're already kind of scheduling detours on various highways. The maps, which will link closures and things like that, you guys can track in the description below to keep track of us. There's not the greatest explanation if we can take the highway to reroute around the fire and the bridge fire. So I don't know. You'll see when we get there, and we'll see when we get there, and that's all I gotta say about that.
In the desert, there's a few like iconic places that people have recommended to stop at, and it's just a natural thing for a lot of the PCT hikers to do. So first there's like a place, I think it's in Julian, there's a place that gives out free pie and coffee to hikers. And then there's the one and only McDonald's that's accessible off the trail. I think it's like 0.4 miles off the trail, so it's definitely worth it. So we'll end the desert at Kennedy Meadows South, and that's where we'll probably get our snow gear and get ready to make our ascent.
If we're not carrying it already.
Right. If we're not carrying it already, which we're going to talk about gear later. I know we keep saying that. We will eventually. But yeah, we'll start in its Sierra.
By the way, we have no idea where we are on this trail. We have just been walking and not paying attention. But Sierra, mountainous, not a lot of places to stop. We will be hitting Mount Whitney, and that's 8 miles off the trail-ish and back, 8 miles each way. When we transition into Northern California, we want to hit Etna, which looks like a really good place, but we're gonna have to hitchhike there, probably. Look like a really good place. I think I said that already.
Next is Oregon. There's, again, really not many places to stop at in Oregon, and I think while we're there, we're just going to be wanting to knock out miles because it's supposed to be really just fast, and probably want to just be pushing it in that time. So, but there is, I know in Bend, a nice brewery that we'll probably stop at. I'm not sure if we need to get a hitchhike there, but we might. And then Oregon ends at the Bridge of the Gods, which is just a very iconic place, and there's a brewery there, and there's lots of places to eat, so we might for sure take a 0 or 2 when we're there just to see everything.
We're probably going to have to reroute a lot, so expect fires then.
You gonna go?
Yeah, I'm going to go. So after the Bridge of the Gods, we will go into Washington, which is mostly I think the most technical or difficult part is in Washington. And then after that, we're just going to be focused on getting to the terminus and turning around and going to Seattle. No. What do we go back to before Seattle?
Oh, Hearts Pass.
Hearts Pass. Go to Hearts Pass, then go to Seattle.
We'll get a rental.
Get a rental. And then after that, make our way around the U.S. trying to get to
Grand Canyon.
the Grand Canyon to hike. We're going to do the Grand Canyon. I think that would take a day. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I don't really know.
We're going to be froze at that point.
Yeah, we'll be pros. Hopefully our legs won't be messed up from taking a break for a couple of days or however long. But then we're going to go to, oh, that sun's pretty. And it's making my cute jacket make me sweat. Ugh. We're going to drive around, try to see as many things as we can.
2 hours later.
hopefully we're gonna swing. No, we are going to stop in Omaha and see family and friends. Probably gonna stay one night, maybe 2 nights. Not sure yet. And there's a runner coming, so I gotta stop for a second.
That's me.
So after that, I said so. I say so all the time.
I do it too.
So I did it again. Anyway, and I say anyway, Jesus. We're gonna go to Alabama after that. Not sure what else we could see between Nebraska and Alabama because we've made that trip multiple times to see my mother. And then, what? Work,
Yeah, look for jobs.
get a house, and move again, and plan the Appalachian Trail. First things first, PCT, right?
Trail foods. Well, that's all we got. If there's anything we missed, we'll put it on the screen or mention it. I don't know. I think that's everything.
Yep, it is.
Bye.
Oh shit.